Today, we're counting down the top 10 manhwa where the main character goes from zero to hero. These are the stories where an ordinary person gets pushed to their limits and unlocks insane power. Get ready for some intense level ups. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give a like for more videos just like this one. At number 10, we have Rental Hero. Get ready for a crazy superhero story with a wild twist. Ju-won has the coolest job. He gets paid to fill in for famous superheroes' normal lives while they're out saving the world. But then, the strongest superhero, Justice, hires Ju-won for a job. When Ju-won shows up, he finds Justice has been beaten up bad. From there, Ju-won gets caught up in an epic fight against evil villains. It's an awesome power fantasy watching the ordinary guy somehow become an ultimate superhero himself. With amazing action and shocking reveals, this story will hook you from the very first chapter. The superhero premise lets the story go delightfully off the rails in the best way. At number 9, we got Poison Eating Healer. Hasten is treated like an outcast because of how he looks, but then monsters attack his neighborhood right when he learns he's dying from a strange illness. Thanks to his sister's sacrifice, Hasten survives and gains crazy poison powers that let him heal by literally eating poison. As a rare poisoner hunter, he now has toxic abilities perfect for slaying monsters. It's an awesome power fantasy watching the former loser unleash his venomous skills and go from weakling to unstoppable monster destroyer. The art style is great, showing Hasten's transformation perfectly. You'll be cheering for the underdog as he uses his toxic powers to melt anything stopping him from living a normal life. It's an addictively fun story with a refreshingly different hero. Now at number 8, we have Reaper of the Drifting Moon. Get ready for a dark and intense story. Poor Pyawol is just an orphan wandering around until he gets kidnapped by some really bad people. Wol wakes up trapped in a dark pit with 300 other kids who all have been abducted to be trained as child assassins. The only way out is to fight and defeat the other brainwashed children. It's a brutal watch as the underdog Wol has to unleash his inner strength and overpower his evil captors through pure determination. The art perfectly shows the intense, bloody fight scenes. You'll cheer for Wol every exciting moment as he goes from helpless victim to unstoppable warrior getting revenge against his enemies. Now at number 8, we have star-embracing Swordmaster. Get ready for an awesome swordsman adventure full of action and growth. Vlad starts out as a poor orphan working at a shady place in the bad part of town. You know what I'm talking about, right? But when an evil knight attacks and destroys the place, Vlad decides to become a powerful swordsman to get revenge. Here's the coolest part though, Vlad's sword can actually talk and give him wisdom. From nobody to a student of a magical talking sword, you'll love watching Vlad go from underdog to unbeatable sword master. The fighting scenes are intense and beautifully drawn. It's an unforgettable journey as the determined Vlad battles his way to the top through non-stop action. You'll be cheering for the heroic Vlad every exciting step. Now at number 7, we have The Wretched. Get ready for a crazy supernatural conspiracy story that just keeps getting wilder. Ji Yu-chuan wants revenge against the evil organization Blaze for killing his parents. But during a fight with Blaze, 36 real demons get released. Yu-chuan teams up with the toughest demon, Chelsea, to take down Blaze. From there, they get caught up in an ancient conspiracy about a catastrophic Red Rain event. It's an intense, non-stop thrill ride full of shocking twists and epic demon battles as Yu-chuan and Chelsea unravel the unbelievable truth. The art awesomely shows the powerful demon forces. You'll be hooked watching the hero and his overpowered demon friend take on an entire secret demon society. With exciting mysteries and awesome powers, even you will love this dark fantasy adventure. At number 6, we've got God's Gambit. One day, RMC Yul Choi's whole city gets magically transported to become a piece in a board game played by actual gods. At first, Yul thinks he can work with the city to beat the monsters and challenges, but then he realizes to save everyone, he himself has to become the greatest villain the city has ever faced. Can you imagine having to purposely become a super evil bad guy just to protect your family and friends? It's such a crazy dilemma. You'll be hooked watching the underdog Yul handle being the big villain while still trying to be a good person. With mind-blowing twist, awesome powers, and a unique world, God's Gambit delivers an unforgettable, refreshing adventure. Alright, at the 4th spot, we have the player that can't level up. Poor Kim Kigyu thinks he's gonna be super powerful when he gets chosen as a special player in a big fantasy world. But here's the funny twist. No matter how hard Kigyu trains, he just can't level up past being a weak level 1 noob. After years of struggling as a lame guide, Kigyu finally unlocks his power to team up with strong ego spirit buddies to get stronger. It's an absolute blast watching the determined Kigyu prove that power levels aren't everything, as his ego friends help him punch way above his weight. The creative abilities and funny characters will have you laughing out loud. You'll be cheering for the gutsy underdog Kigyu the whole time as he shows up all the doubters. Okay, now at number 3 we have Absolute Sword Sense. This story is super cool. The main guy, Wunhui, gets killed by some bad people, but then he goes back in time to when he was a kid. And that's when he gets this awesome power to talk to swords. Yup, the swords can actually speak to him. At first, Wenhui is real weak, but with the swords' help, he starts training hard in martial arts. And soon, he becomes a total badass, beating up the bad guys. There's a lot of epic fight scenes with amazing moves. The drawings are great too, and if you like stories about underdogs becoming super strong heroes, you'll love Absolute Sword Sense. At the second last spot, we got becoming the Swordmaster rank young lord of the Sichuan Tang family. Ain't that a mouthful. The story is about a guy named Tang Yonmyong. In his past life, he was the best sword fighter ever. But now, he's been born into a family that used to be powerful but isn't anymore. Tang tries to live a quiet life and not show off his amazing sword skills. But that's really hard for him. Everywhere he goes, trouble just finds him. He has to pretend to be weak even though he's super strong and good with swords. It's really funny to see Tang mess up and accidentally show how awesome he is. The fighting scenes are cool too. If you like funny stories about martial arts masters, you'll absolutely love this one. At last, on the number 1 spot on this list is Your Talent Is Mine. This story is so crazy cool. The main character, Yi Tian, gets super amazing powers. He can copy any talent or skill that someone else has. So when aliens start attacking Earth, Yi Tian decides to fight them. He starts copying the abilities of strong people like martial arts and superheroes. With all these new powers, he becomes a total badass. Yi Tian has to save his sister and protect everyone from the alien invasion. It's really exciting to see him get stronger and stronger by copying more talents. The action scenes are awesome too, and if you like stories about regular guys becoming heroes, you'll love Your Talent Is Mine. And there you have it guys, the top 10 manhwa where some seriously underestimated characters become complete powerhouses. Did your favorite make the list? Let me know what you thought of the ranking down in the comments. And while you're there, share any other must-read manhwa where the MC transforms from a weakling to an unstoppable badass. I'll check them out for the next list. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on a new video. I'll see you guys next time.